The UNC Pembroke Lady Braves are off to their best start since 2016-2017, but they have quite the task tonight as we have an interdivisional matchup between UNC Pembroke and Coastal Carolina Chanticleers of the D1 ranks. Good evening and thanks for joining us. John Gross coming live on the UNCP Sports Network from the beautiful HTC Center on the campus of Coastal Carolina in Conway, South Carolina. These two teams playing each other for the first time in a game that counts since 1984. The Braves do lead the series 3-0, but back then Coastal Carolina was not a D1 program. UNCP wasn't even a D2 program. So you could throw all that out the window, but here's what we do know. The Braves entered today a strong start to the season, 5-2 on the year. Most recently, a comeback victory against Chowan, 55-51, the final in that game. And Coastal Carolina, they're coming in on a pretty strong start as well. 5-1 on the season. This is a program very much on the upswing in the Sun Belt Conference. So it should be an interesting matchup between these two sides. We'll give you the starting lineups in a couple of minutes. But before we do that, some big news for UNCP. Jill Ebron did not travel. She's been out since November 16th. Nor did Braves leading scorer Melanie Horn, averaging 10 points a game. The second-year starter did not make the trip to Coastal Carolina either. So those two will be out today for the Braves. Starting lineups for UNCP. The three guard positions, it's Shania Lester, Alcina Purnell, and T. Graham. At the forward spots, Aaliyah Farmer and Diamond Fedrick. For the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers, the three guards, Tori Cash, Kaylin West, and DJ Williams, leading scorer for Coastal Carolina. At the forward spot, Janae Camp, and patrolling the paint is Nairia Hamilton, the senior center for Coastal Carolina. 5-2 UNC Pembroke, 5-1 Coastal Carolina. We'll have tip-off for you in just a few minutes. We'll take a quick break here on the UNCP Sports Network. When we get back, we'll continue to preview today's game and bring you the start of all the action. So don't go anywhere. This is Lady Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a Big Bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a Big Bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time. It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a Big Bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you. Bojangles, it's bow time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
and of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat.
Coach, big game this weekend against...
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now, when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you. Bojangles, it's bow time.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River, with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
Back here at the HTC Center, the campus of Coastal Carolina. Had a chance to chat with UNCP head coach John Haskins leading into today's matchup. Let's take a look and listen to a little bit of what he had to say about the Braves matchup with Coastal Carolina. All right, Coach, coming off of a close win against Chowan a couple of days ago, what are some of the things that you've been working on in practice since that game?
A little bit of everything. Obviously rebounding. We continue to work on that, taking better care of the ball and executing on offense, and just trying to work on some shooting and knocking down shots. So a little bit of everything. We've gone through a little bit of what Coastal's going to do offensively and trying to guard their stuff. So just a little bit of everything.
Got a handful of pretty close wins so far in your non-conference schedule. How do you think that can prepare you for the rest of the season?
First of all, I think we're going to play a lot of close games, I would think. Looking at the league, I don't know if there's a lot of people we're going to blow out, but I don't think there's a lot of people going to blow us out. So the good thing is we've come through at the end and won some close games, particularly the St. Aug game and the Chowan game, where we came back and kind of won it in the fourth quarter. So I think that's a good sign when your team finds a way to win. Particularly the Chowan game where we weren't playing very well offensively and just find a way to win. So I think that's a positive.
Obviously getting Deja McCain back, that Chowan game, certainly big, 9 points for her, 6 rebounds as well. What type of impact do you expect her to have against Coastal Carolina as somebody who has played at the Division I level for a few years?
Well, I think she'll go in there and compete, and she'll give us some strength in the post. That's the biggest thing when you play a Division I team, I think, is just height and length is different. And rebounding is going to be an issue. I think trying to score against size is an issue, but Deja gives us another strong body that can battle with some of their big girls in the post. And we're excited to have her back. We're going to work our way in slowly. 20 or whatever she played, I think about 20 minutes Saturday was kind of the max that we want to do right now. I don't know if she'll play quite that much against Coastal, but we'll see.
You mentioned some of the challenges you expect to face against a Division I team. How can you prepare for a game like this, and is the preparation any different than a normal game?
No. We've played a number of these. We try to play one of these every year, and this is a little unique in that it's a real game for us. Usually it's an exhibition for us, and sometimes a real game for the Division I team. This year it happens to be a real game for both of us. The preparation isn't any different. I think the girls are excited about going and having a chance to play against the Division I team. And it's been a mixed bag, and I think we've won 3 of these. We've lost once in overtime, and then we've played some fairly close ones, and we've got our brains beat out in some of them. So it just depends, but it's a good opportunity for the girls, and we don't approach it any different than we would any other game.
So the mindset for the players. And a big thank you to Coach Askins for sitting down with me earlier this week, and we'll have him on post-game as well, so make sure to stay tuned for that. But here we go, both teams out on the floor. We are just about set for action. 5-2 UNCP, 5-1 Coastal Carolina. Opening tip goes to the Chanticleers, attacking right to left. Coastal Carolina, their white jerseys with teal letters and numbers. Pass to the high post. Camp hands off to Williams as she spins in the left elbow, kicks out right wing to Nairia Hamilton. Down to the right block. Camp one dribble, splits a double team, and finishes an early lay-in. 2-0 Chanticleers in front. Janae Camp, the 6'1 junior forward, gets the scoring started. Braves break the 1-2-2 pressure. It's Lester who pulls it out to Farmer, kick out to T. Graham, and the Braves will set things up in the half court. 2-3 zone shown by the home side as Graham dribbles to her right of the near side. Kicked up top to Farmer. Shot fake, dribbles once to her right. Hands off to Purnell, who dumps it off to a running Lester, who kisses it off the glass and in from the free throw line to tie things at 2. And made it into this first quarter. On the right wing, it's Williams. Works the low block, trying to use the size of Hamilton, and does. As Hamilton works the backboard and hits. 4-2 Coastal in front. Again, pressure for the Chanticleers. 2-2-1 they go, full court. Purnell splits it. Kick out to the right wing. 3 in rhythm for T. Graham. It's the back of the iron. And a weak side board is grabbed by Camp, who is also held on by Shania Lester. That's her first personal, first team foul of this first quarter. Again, the starters for the Braves, it's Lester, Purnell, Graham, Farmer, and Fedrick. For Coastal, it's Cash, West, Camp, Hamilton, and Williams. Right now it's Cash, works it to the left wing to Williams, who lofts it onto the right block, and coming up short with it is Hamilton, and the rebound goes to UNCP. Graham down the right wing, finds Lester in the right corner. Up top, Farmer. Braves 10 seconds into the shot clock, trail it by 2. Purnell looks to penetrate, can't, so she kicks it out to the right wing. Graham again tries to tee up a triple and misses again off the back iron. And who else but Hamilton on the weak side board. Williams across the timeline. Braves try to switch, and the screen from Hamilton is a moving screen. That's her first, team's first of the first quarter. Braves down by a pair. 7:50 to go in the first. Again, pressure from the Chanticleers. Purnell down the far sideline. Braves going to her right. Gets across to Lester. Picks it up between the circles to T. Graham. Signals out the offense for UNCP. Lester, crossover, right side dribble drive. Worked outside. Farmer tried to shoot and took off to jump and didn't get rid of the basketball. A defender in her face, and that's a traveling violation. Turnover for the Braves. Tori Cash with the basketball, top of the key. Purnell tightly on her. Man-to-man defense for the Braves. Now it's left wing Williams. Hamilton rolls to the basket off the screen. Pivots in the left block. Pivots now to the middle and falls off to the right, but she snatches the offensive board and follows it up with the lay-in and the foul. Nairia Hamilton at 6'4", really by far and away the tallest player on the court right now. And it's a foul on Diamond Fedrick, her first, team second of the opening quarter. 6-2 Coastal, and we'll see our first change for UNCP. Tracy Ford checks in, the 5'6" junior guard. She replaces Aaliyah Farmer. And the bonus free throw is up and good for Hamilton, who has an early 5 points. 7-2 Coastal Carolina. Graham comes across the timeline, pushes the tempo, bounce pass to Fedrick on the left block, and she missed it too strong. Hustles after a loose ball, and we will have a held ball just next to the baseline. Other player out of bounds. Possession arrow in favor of the Braves. So good hustle by Diamond Fedrick after she missed the layup. Braves trail it by 5, 7:04 to go in the first quarter. UNCP inbounding from the near side of the stanchion, attacking to our right. It'll be Shania Lester to throw it in. And the officials will have a chat. It is a held ball. Tonight's officials, Ryan Durham, Nicole Brennan, Ashley Gilpin. Lester goes to the left corner, forward shot fake, puts it on the ground and is bumped by Camp. That's her first, team second of the first quarter. Tracy Ford, she's seen limited action this season, but gets some early playing time against a D1 opponent. Lofted between the circles to T. Graham, calls out the offense. Right wing Purnell off the Fedrick screen. Chest pass across the floor, now up top it's Ford. Shot fake, drives, lost control. Fedrick on the left block, pivots and floats it over the 6'4" frame of Nairia Hamilton. Diamond Fedrick on the board, and UNCP trails it by 3. 6.5 to go. Quick trigger for Williams, too strong back rim. And ball fought for on the ground. Fedrick getting dirty again. She holds the ball with Hamilton. This time, possession arrow will go to the Chanticleers. Now here's McCain, who checks onto the floor. She has D1 experience. The North Carolina Central transfer made her debut this season for UNCP after playing just 3 games last year. Missed the rest of the season with an injury, able to come back this year and had quite the performance in her opening game. We'll get to that in a second. Right now it's Williams, left elbow jumper, pure for Coastal Carolina. Leading scorer, the 5'10" senior guard, preseason all-conference selection. 2-time all-conference selection. Last year was first team as Graham splits the pressure. Works it out to the left corner, 3 on the way, off the back of the iron from Lester. And the long board hauled in by Coastal Carolina. Now the opposite way, kick out up top, Williams, jab step to her right, tries to drive left, has it knocked away by T. Graham, ball on the floor, and we'll have her third held ball in the first 5 minutes of the ball game. We'll send things down the other way to UNCP. 5:55 to go first quarter. As Ford inbounds to Graham on the near side. Press remains as Lester gets it just shy of half court. Crosses over Camp, penetrates to the baseline, bounce pass inside for McCain, who dives onto the floor and tossed it out of bounds. Another turnover for UNCP. That's their second of the first quarter. They trail it by 5, 5:40 remaining. As Tori Cash comes across the timeline. Bounce pass to the right elbow. It's Camp. Drives right. Tries to use the backboard. Comes up short. And Purnell, the freshman guard, is there on the board for the Braves. Now she looks to force the issue the other way. McCain high post. Short pass to Graham. Left side drive. Floater off glass. Too much behind it. Weak side rebound to DJ Williams. Williams down the middle of the floor. Free throw line now approaches the basket. And on the way to the hole, tossed it up and drew the contact of Alcina Purnell. That's her first. And it's a shooting foul, so DJ Williams will head to the stripe to shoot a pair. Shania Lester checks out for the Braves. And Courtney Smith heads on. Smith, a freshman for UNCP. Williams hits the front end of the pair. Smith, their 7th game of the season, averages just about 9 minutes per outing. And Williams hits the back iron of the second attempt, but Hamilton is there on the offensive rebound, and she's smacked as she went up for the follow-up. She'll shoot 2. And this is just one of the issues that you run into, and Coach Haskins talked about in the pregame. You're going to run into some size problems when you take on a D1 program. Just the height and length of a team like Coastal Carolina, mainly a player like Nairia Hamilton at 6'4". Her 3rd year starting, averages 9.6 boards a game, but she can't convert in the free throw, hits the back rim. 70% from the line this season. 10-4 Coastal Carolina, 5:04 to go. As the 6'4" senior center toes the free throw line, the righty lines up the basketball. And again off the back iron, and a loose ball foul is called. And it goes against UNC Pembroke. It's Smith, the personal. As Tiara Williams checks on for the Braves, Alcina Purnell heads to the bench. Looks like they'll call actually a lane violation as the second free throw is up and good. 11-4 Coastal. Ford at her own three-point line, bounce pass to center course. Williams outlets on the far side to Graham. Graham up top, Williams, kick out right wing. Smith pulls the trigger and is short. Another rebound for Hamilton as she outlets up the floor for Caitlin Roche. Lobbed inside, one dribble, off glass and through from the right block for Asia Blunt. Averages 14 points per game, double figures in 4 straight appearances. That's her first basket, and it's 13-4 Braves, and an errant pass is taken away the other way for Coastal Carolina. In transition, pulling up is Esman, who thought about it and then fires with a hand in her face. Z. Esman had not hit a field goal in her last 2 games, but she knocks it down from straight away, and it's 16-4 Coastal. Timeout on the floor here, and timeout taken by Johns Haskins, actually. Media timeout as well. Braves down by 12, 4:19 to go in the opening quarter. This is UNCP women's basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
Back here at the HTC Center, the campus of Coastal Carolina. A beautiful night here in Conway, South Carolina. UNCP looking to come back here in the first quarter. They trail at 16-4 as T. Graham works the left side of the floor. Now top of the key, picks up her dribble. High post, kick out left wing Courtney Smith. Smith puts the ball on the ground. Bounce pass to the right wing, Williams. Shot fake, one dribble to her left. Right elbow jumper hits nothing and is snatched down to the weak side by Asia Blunt, who finds her point guard, Tori Cash. Coastal up 16-4. Entry feed down low, now up top. Caitlin Roche on the left wing. Shot is deflected from distance, but is fouled underneath. And a lefty lay-in easy for Asia Blunt. 18-4 Coastal Carolina really running away with things in the first quarter. We'll see if T. Graham has anything to say about it. Good penetration, but it's deflected as she tried to connect with Danielle Heath in the left block. And it's another held ball. Possession arrow to Coastal. So we've seen 4 of those in the first quarter so far. Still 3:26 to go in the first. And another substitution. Alana Denson checks in, replacing Tori Cash. The 5'7" freshman guard. Now the floor general for the Chanticleers. Denson works her way across the logo. T. Graham picks her up right at half court. Denson now on the right wing. Graham smothering defense. Up top to Hamilton between the circles. Thinks about a 3, takes it, and it rims out. Ball deflected underneath. And last touched by Danielle Heath. Hamilton 0 for 2 this season from downtown. Make that 0 for 3 after that straightaway miss. Denson will inbound, attacking to our left. Looking for options, finds Roche on the right wing. Quick trigger 3 in rhythm. Knocks it down. They'll say her foot was on the line. The Montvale, New Jersey native hits the long 2. 20-4 Coastal Carolina. And a bump called just inside half court against Alana Denson as T. Graham is looking to work past her. That's her first on Denson, team's 3rd of the first quarter. Coastal in the bonus. Braves still a foul away from getting into the bonus. Smith inbounds from just in front of the Coastal bench. Right wing to Deja McCain, up top Danielle Heath. And a foul called in the paint as bodies went flying. Courtney Smith colliding with Nairia Hamilton, and the foul is called on Hamilton. That's her 2nd. Yeah, if the Braves are going to come back here, that could be a big storyline. Nairia Hamilton, a couple early fouls. At 6'4", she has presented plenty of problems early on for the Braves. 6 points, 6 boards for the 6'4" senior center. After the foul, now 14 fouls on both teams. It's Deja McCain, top of the key. Short pass to her right, T. Graham. Up top, Smith, shot fake, drives on her left, lost it off of her knee, and the ball rolling around the left wing, and it's scooped up by Coastal. Z. Esman waltzes across half court, ball in her left hand. Shot from distance, off to the left, but an offensive rebound for Asia Blunt, and she's fouled on her way up, and she'll shoot 2. 5th team foul against UNCP. Goes against T. Graham. Her first, team's 5th. Diamond Fedrick on. Alcenia Purnell as well. Danielle Heath and T. Graham head to the sideline. Asia Blunt will shoot a pair for the Shants. 82% from the line. Super reliable. She's averaging 22 points per game her last 3 games. That includes a 30-point performance against Wofford, where she went 12 for 12 from the free throw line as she hits both nothing but net. Right there, 22-4. Coastal in front. 2:20 remains in the first quarter. Purnell running the show offensively for the Braves. Left wing, Naomi Gilbert. Off the McCain screen, top of the key, work to Smith, right wing. Smith, ball on the floor, spins, wheels, right side. Gilbert, entry feed down low in the right block to Fedrick, who kicks it out instead to Purnell. Braves have 5 to get a shot off. Smith, Purnell, top of the key, dribble drive, right side floater off glass and through. Alcenia Purnell, the freshman, a really good take. and that's her first bucket of the game. Braves back on the board after not scoring for 4.5 minutes. Right wing 3, Essman too strong. Gilbert in the weak side board. We'll see if the Braves can orchestrate a little run. Gilbert races down the floor, lay-in and the foul. Naomi Gilbert, coast to coast, a blocking foul called on Z. Essman, and she has a chance for a 3-point play the traditional way. And UNCP trails it by 14, 1:36 to go in the first quarter. Gilbert 3 of 4 from the line this season. As her shot is through. 22-9. Aaliyah Farmer checks in for UNCP as Deja McCain will get a breather. And John Haskins talked about it. McCain expects her to get around 20 or so minutes, still working her back into the rotation after sitting out for most of last season and the early portions of this season. Right wing Denson looking for options, works the right block to Blunt. Drop step on the pivot, and she's fouled as she hooked it over her right shoulder. She'll shoot 2, ball lips out. It's a personal on Diamond Fedrick, her second. That's the 5th of the first quarter for UNCP. Asia Blunt heading back to the free throw line. Danielle Heath in, Diamond Fedrick out. Blunt, 6 points. She's 2 of 2 from the line after hitting a pair just a couple of minutes ago. And nothing but net in the front end. 23-9, Coastal Carolina. The Braves have done a better job defensively the last few minutes. No field goals made for the shots in the last 3 minutes. But they've been dangerous from the free throw line, mainly 4 for 4 from the stripe. Last couple possessions for the home side for Blunt. Hits them both, leads all scorers with 8 points. Braves down 15 with the basketball going to our right. It's Smith. Chest pass to the right wing, Gilbert. Whipped around the perimeter, Purnell settles with it. Off the Farmer screen to her right. Gilbert, left elbow, picks up her dribble. Kicked out, up top, 10 to shoot for the Braves, under a minute to go in the first quarter. Backdoor feed, Purnell is swatted by Blunt, but on her way up, caught the body of Denson, and Denson in the restricted area. So that'll be a foul on Alana Denson, her second. Team's 6th. Regardless, 2 shots from here on out in the next 52 seconds for UNCP. Same goes for Coastal Carolina. Purnell at the free throw line, her first shot. Rims out. Now senior Purnell, 7 for 9 from the line this season. And same exact result, hit right rim, left rim, and softly falls out as she misses a pair. Braves down 15, and Chanticleer's basketball. Blunt establishes herself in the right block. Double team comes, cross-court feed, worked around the arc to Roche in the left corner, and the sharpshooter for Coastal Carolina can't come up with it. Weak side board for Purnell, running the floor, left it for Farmer on the left side, and her lay-in is swatted as Denson charges the other way for Coastal and wisely pulls it out. 22 seconds to go, shot clock is off. The Chanticleers can hold for one final shot in the first quarter. They lead 24-9. It's Denson patrolling the offense. Finds Essman left wing. Lobbed inside for Blunt, and it's deflected by Danielle Heath. And an entry feed. A bounce pass intended for Purnell. About 80 feet away from the basket. Purnell is knocked down by Blunt, so that'll be 2 shots for UNCP. There's only 4 seconds to go in the quarter. Braves likely would not have been able to get off a good shot, but now Purnell will head back to the stripe. Look to do better than last time. She went 0 for 2. A couple possessions go for the Braves. Make that 0 for 3 today as kind of looks to the sky saying, what's going on right now? Braves down 15, 4.2 seconds to go. Purnell shooting into the student section, and this time cans it. Braves in double digits. Roche runs the floor. 1 second of the clock. The runner is swatted by Gilbert. Good defense by UNCP to close out the first quarter. Coastal Carolina no field goals in the last 4 minutes, 18 seconds, but they did plenty of damage from the stripe. 7-9 from the free throw line. They used an early advantage to propel themselves. It's 24-10. We're through one quarter here from the HTC Center. This is Lady Braves women's basketball. We'll be back in just a few on the UNCP Sports Network.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you. Bojangles.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year.
Braves basketball to start things off in the second quarter. UNCP trails it 24-10 as they inbound and attack to our right. 2-3 zone defense shown. Baseline, Gilbert, slip pass inside to Farmer, deflected and ripped away by Asia Blunt. Outlets it to Cash, runs the floor across half court, and now slows down. We'll see a half court set from Coastal Carolina, who hadn't scored for really the second half of that first quarter via field goal, solely from the free throw line, and mainly with Asia Blunt, who has it in the right block and lofts it too strong, pretty much an air ball for the right block. Rebound by T. Graham, pushes the issue the opposite way, bobbled it underneath, and it's picked up by Cash, who falls to the ground, finds her teammate, gets back up, and gets across half court, and now slows it down. A minute into this first quarter, 24-10, Coastal Carolina in front. DJ Williams, left elbow, lobs inside to Blunt, who has been an absolute force to be reckoned with, and is fouled on her way up, and hits the lay-in. She'll shoot one more. No answers for Asia Blunt. 10 points for her, 3 of 4 from the field, and 4 for 4 from the free throw line. She's now scored in double figures in 5 straight games. Only a sophomore as she connects. 5 for 5 from the line, so consistent from the free throw line. Courtney Smith with the basketball up the left side of the floor. Calls out the offense for the Braves. Rowe shot her, screen results in a switch. Up top, Danielle Heath makes a pass inside, whipped around to Gilbert. Top of the key, picks up her dribble to Graham. Right block, double team comes on Heath, who kicks it out to Graham. Quick ball movement for the Braves. 8 to get a shot off. Smith, crossover move between the circles, finds T. Graham. T. Graham penetrates down the lane, flipped up and fouled. Shot doesn't fall, but she's earned a trip to the line. Tori Cash, her first, team's first of the second quarter. Braves down 17, 27-10 the score, as T. Graham heads to the free throw line. Graham last year averaged 12 points a game. Numbers down this year. Fully healthy, back from an injury though, and is averaging 7 points a game as she bricks it off the back iron in the first free throw. Braves struggling a bit from the stripe. Just 3 of 7 from the line. Hits the second. Braves down 16, 8.5 to go second quarter. DJ Williams left wing, Aaliyah Farmer active hands guarding her. They go to who else but Blunt on the right block. Worked up and in, rolls home. She is just unstoppable right now. 13 points for Asia Blunt. She is outscoring UNC Pembroke. It's 29-11. Chanticleers lead it. Gilbert up top to Graham. Couple passes end up with Courtney Smith in the left wing. Smith, chest pass out to Gilbert. Drives, down low, and an offensive foul. Roche had the positioning as Gilbert left her feet. That's her first, team second. Alcina Purnell in. Naomi Gilbert heads to the sideline after the foul. The offense for Coastal Carolina has been finds Blunt on the low post as she looks to establish herself in the block, gets the basketball right block. Kick out three from the right wing. Too strong. Rebound tipped around, secured by Danielle Heath, who outlets it to Courtney Smith. 3-on-2 for the Braves. Smith pulls it out. Graham left corner, worked up top to Smith. Smith dribbles and pulls it out. Braves will set things up. Off the Heath screen to her right. Finds Purnell right wing. Overhead pass, now lobbed inside to Farmer. Uses the backboard and puts it in for two. 29-13, Braves trail it. 7:18 to go second quarter. Left corner, Tiara Davis is checked beyond the three-point line. That's the third team foul in the Braves. We'll see who they call it on. Alcina Purnell. Shania Lester, Tiara Williams on for the Braves. Purnell and Smith head off. John Haskins, plenty of rotations here. This was originally supposed to be an exhibition game, but it counts. It's D1 versus D2. He wants to see what he can get out of his players. Williams, right wing, jab steps, now dribbles left, step back, long two-pointer, money. DJ Williams, just her second made field goal of the game. She has 5. 31-13, Coastal in front. Graham with the basketball. Zone defense shown. It's like a matchup 2-3. Now kick out up top to Williams. Step back, thought about it. Finds Lester right corner. Tees up a triple, misses off the rim. And Hamilton's there in the board. Her 6'4" frame, really uncontested in the rebound. Williams up the court. Bounce pass out right wing to Davis. Right elbow Hamilton. Entry feed to Camp. Drop step in a lane with the left hand and the left block. Janae Camp puts Coastal up by 20, their largest edge of the game. Lester with the basketball for the Braves, going to our right. Graham, basketball above her head, finds Heath top of the key. Short pass to her left. Williams thought about a three, crosses over left elbow, and she's fouled. Number 20, Janae Camp, by Janae Camp. That's her second, team second. And after not hitting a field goal in the final 4 minutes, 18 seconds of the first quarter, Coastal Carolina, they've now hit 4 of their last 5 field goals in the second quarter. Graham maneuvers her way through the defense and works it back up top. Midway through the shot clock for the Braves, who trail it by 20. 5:50 remains in the second quarter. Graham left wing attacking this defense. Finds Williams top of the key. 3 on the way, rims out. Offensive rebound secured by Heath. Long board tipped down, and the Braves reset. 20 seconds put in the shot clock. Williams penetrates, had it tripped away, and it's knocked out by Hamilton. It'll stick with the Braves. They'll inbound from under the attacking basket. 16 to the shot clock, 5.5 to go second quarter. Lester chucks it deep, and it's deflected by Cash right at midcourt. So the Braves now will inbound it from the scorer's table on the far side of the floor. 33-13, Coastal Carolina in front, and Asia Blunt heads back onto the floor for Janae Camp. Blunt, a game-high 13 points as Graham receives the basketball on the left side of the floor, attacking left to right now. Kick out to Williams, 8 seconds of the shot clock. Braves have to work quickly. Now 5 to get a shot off. And an offensive foul called off ball on Tiara Williams.
Offensive foul on the Braves, number 23, Tiara Williams. Her first, team's fourth.
That's her first, team's fourth. So Coastal in the bonus from here on out for the next 5:25 in the second quarter. Turi Cash slowly makes her way across half court. Calls out the offense, hands off to Davis, right wing, up top Williams, worked around the arc. They are now just daring Blunt to shoot a three, who has plenty of space. She takes it, falls short, offensive rebound on the weak side, and it's Tiara Davis, 5'6", able to sneak her way in there and grab the board and follow it up with a lay-in. 9th offensive rebound in this first half so far. Braves down by 22, and the entry feed from Graham is knocked out of bounds on the baseline by Hamilton.
Media timeout.
4:49 to go. We'll head to the media timeout here in the second quarter. Coastal Carolina up 35-13 over your UNC Pembroke Lady Braves. The Shots on a 6-0 run. We'll take a break here. This is UNCP Women's Basketball, the UNCP Sports Network.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
Out of the media timeout, it's UNCP basketball. Inbounding from the baseline under the attacking basket. T.R. Williams lofts it right towards midcourt to T. Graham. Graham finds Williams on the right wing, tightly guarded. Up top to Farmer. Now between the circles is Smith. Picks up her dribble. High post Williams turns and faces. Kick out left wing Graham. Shot fake, dribble drive. And as the shot clock expires, her floater hits the front rim and the rebound falls to Hamilton. Outlet it to Denson, races up the court. Right wing to Essman. Essman lefty dribble, top of the key. Now over to the left wing to Kaylin West. Dribble drive, kick out. Trey on the way for Denson. Left corner, no, but a weak side rebound to Asia Blunt. And she hooks it off the backboard, rims out. Rebound for UNCP. Graham races across the timeline. Williams, head fake, drives on the left side. Righty runner. Off the backboard. Offensive rebound, though, for Deja McCain. And she is swatted double team by the twin towers of Hamilton and Blunt underneath the basket. Smith chucks it to the logo. Graham calls out the offense for the Braves. 14 to the shot clock. UNCP down 35-13, 3:47 to go as Smith attacks on the right lane and lays it up and in. Courtney Smith, her first basket of the game. Braves trail it by 20, 3:36 to go, second quarter. Denson on the right side of the floor, now middle of the half-court set. Espin right wing, number 22 with long sleeves. Off the pick and roll, finds a cutting Hamilton, who is decked down to the ground as she flipped up a layup attempt. And she'll shoot two, unsuccessful in the shot, but it's T. Graham, the personal. That's her second, team's fifth. Hamilton heads to the line. Front rim backboard and through. 7 points, 8 rebounds for Hamilton, including 3 for 4 from the free throw line. Her second attempt up and good. And Coastal Carolina extending their edge back up to 22. 37-15 the score as Williams receives the basketball in midcourt. Three-corner court pressure now dropping back into the half-court set. Pressure man-to-man defense. McCain top of the key. Graham right wing looking for options. Finds McCain, a long two-pointer. She can hit that shot. It's off to the right. And Denson, the point guard, has the ball and is tapped from behind by Courtney Smith. And she's charged for a personal. Her second team already in the bonus, so Coastal head to the strike. Denson heads to the free throw line. First attempts of the game. She's 3 for 4 from the stripe this season. And it rolls out. Braves, again, as we talked about before, they're without 2 of their top scorers. Melanie Horn, their leading scorer, not playing. Jill Ebron has been out since about mid-November. Averages 8 points a game for the Braves. Also not in action. Second free throw out. And Braves come the other way with it. Williams, shot fake top of the key, kick out to Graham. Fires from distance, comes up short, but Smith is there on the offensive rebounds. Braves can reset things trailing by 22, and an armbar called on Kaylin West. Her first, team's third of the second quarter. 2.5 minutes remain. Braves trail 37-15 in the second quarter. Courtney Smith inbounds from the baseline for UNCP. And she sends it to T. Graham at midcourt. Graham, right wing McCain, up top to Farmer, thought about it, finds Graham on the left wing off of a double screen. Williams, crossover, step back, tried to find options. Slipped inside to McCain, and she works the paint, finishes off the glass on the right side. Deja McCain, she can be the answer for the Braves inside. A really good post presence as Graham nearly picked the pocket of Denson, who was looking to the sideline. Denson, left wing Esmin, and it's a 20-point ball game as she's fouled, making her way to the hole. Not a shooting foul, but her team in the bonus, she'll shoot 2. Second personal on Tiara Williams. Esmin knocks down the front end. Second free throw for Esmin up, and good. Shia Lester on. She will replace Tiara Williams. 39-17, 2:01 to go, second quarter. Braves basketball going left to right. UNCP off to its best start since 2016-2017. 5-2 in the season, but a tough task today against a D1 opponent in the 5-1 Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Near corner, Lester up top to Farmer. Straightaway 3, airballed it. And hits the stanchion out of bounds. Coastal Carolina preseason 7th in the Sun Belt. That's their highest preseason ranking since joining the conference in 2016-2017. Left block Hamilton, double team comes immediately. She splits it and is unfazed by the defense from the Braves as she places it off the backboard and through. 41-17. Coastal in front. Right corner Lester for the Braves. McCain slips towards the basket. Good feed to Graham, left wing 3, yes. T. Graham, her first triple of the game. She now has 4 points, her first field goal. 41-20 under a minute to go, clock running 57 seconds. Denson finds Hamilton on the high post, stripped as she approached the basket, and a whistle comes in as she's fouled by Courtney Smith. Hamilton will shoot 2. That's the third on Smith. And you have to wonder, too, what can you learn about UNCP in a game like this? You know, it's 2 obviously different divisions of college basketball. The size difference certainly there, but This is a nice test for the Braves as Hamilton clanks the first one. 51.7 seconds to go. Braves trail it by 21 in the second quarter. Second free throw, hoisted up. Front rim, backboard, and through. If they work this right, Braves can play the 2-for-1 game here. Graham yells out the offense. Bounce pass up top between the circles. McCain, give and go back to McCain. Finds Gilbert, deep three, right wing, halfway home and falls out. Rebound to Hamilton, quickly out, led it to Essman. Trying to go 2-for-1, it's stripped away though. Braves can hold for one. 26 seconds, they'll go though coast to coast. Lester up top to Graham, fires away. Off to the left, offensive rebound by McCain. Second chance, no. Farmer, third opportunity. A couple offensive rebounds and Farmer finishes. 12 seconds to go, clock rolling. Braves down 42-22 second quarter. Denson with the basketball, right wing on the HTC logo. Off the Hamilton screen, tried to find the cutter, it's taken away. 1 second left, Lester didn't realize it. And that'll take us to the locker rooms. Halftime score, 42-22. Braves trail it against Coastal Carolina. I'll give you some stats here. The Chanticleers shooting a whopping 48% from the field. But the big number for them, free throw line. 18 attempts, and they've been very efficient. 72% from the stripe, 13 of 18 to be exact. And also forcing turnovers, 15-3. They're outscoring UNCP in points off of turnovers. Leading scorer for either side is Asia Blunt, 13 points, 4 of 7 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line. And for UNCP, T. Graham, the leading scorer for the Braves, with 4 points, 1 of 6 from the field for UNCP. Plenty of Brave players getting some playing time today, and expect that trend to continue. We now have seen 11 players for UNCP. That's every single player that has traveled today get some sort of playing time for the Braves. And of those 11, let's see here, 7 have scored for UNCP. So a well-rounded effort for the Braves, but Coastal Carolina leads it 42-22. We'll take a break here from the HTC Center. When we get back, we'll update you with some more stats and storylines. It's halftime here in Conway, South Carolina. You are listening to Lady Braves women's basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you. Bojangles, it's bow time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now, when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
Back here at the HTC Center, halftime, UNCP trails it 42-22. About 6.5 minutes to go until we get the second half of action started. Some key numbers that dictated the first half. Well, first of all, Coastal Carolina hasn't trailed. They scored first just 34 seconds in and have led since then. Their largest lead swelled up to 24 points. It's now at 20. A couple big metrics that are in their favor. Points off of turnovers. Coastal with 15 points off turnovers to the Braves, just 3. And then free throws. Coastal 13 of 18 from the stripe. UNCP 3 of 7. Neither side shooting the ball all too well from beyond the arc. Braves have taken 11 shots from deep. They've missed 10 of them. T. Graham, the lone made three-pointer. And for Coastal, just 1 of 9 from beyond the arc. UNCP, they played well the second quarter. They only were outscored by 6 points. It was the first quarter where they got into that 14-point hole. That kind of allowed things just to kind of swell from there. But again, it's a tough task for UNCP going up against the size and length of Coastal Carolina when you have a player like Nairia Hamilton at 6'4", or inside Asia Blunt has been absolutely dominant. And factor in that the Braves are without 2 of their top players, and Melanie Hort and Jill Ebron, that it could certainly get difficult putting up some points in that situation. So Coastal up 42-22 in the first half. Leading scorer today is Asia Blunt, 4 of 7 from the field, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, also has 5 rebounds. How about Nairia Hamilton, 6'4", played less than 15 minutes in that first half, 14:55 to be exact, almost nearly a double-double. 11 points, 9 rebounds, including 3 on the offensive end. We'll be back in just a few minutes. UNCP back out onto the floor, shooting some warm-up shots. Coastal Carolina hustling out of the locker room. A comfortable 20-point margin. We'll see what the Braves are able to do in the third quarter. Teams will switch sides. About 4 minutes to go until we resume action, and we'll be back in just a few. Don't go anywhere. You are listening to UNCP Lady Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Just about set for action in the third quarter. 42-22 the score. Coastal Carolina in front. And knowing going into this game, UNCP, we're going to have to score points. It's a Coastal team that scores 71 points per game. UNCP, they score right now just 56 points per game. And right now the Braves struggling to find their offense. 22 points in that first half. We'll see what they can do here. They were certainly better in the second quarter than they were in the first quarter. As we get things started in the third, teams will switch sides. Camp inbounds from just in front of me at the scorer's table. Bounce pass to midcourt to Cash, and we're set to go. Near wing, Key, bounce pass to Cash in the corner, and she's double teamed as a reach-in foul is whistled in for the first foul of this third quarter. And John Haskins not too happy right now with that call. It's on Aaliyah Farmer, her first, team's first. And Camp inbounds it up top to Hamilton. Left wing DJ Williams, who's been quiet tonight, the leading scorer on this Shots team. Entry feed to Hamilton just outside the restricted circle is held down by Diamond Fedrick. Hamilton 6'4". I won't be shocked if she was even a little taller than that. And right away, Deja McCain will enter the game as Fedrick heads to the sideline. Killen West will inbound, finds Camp in the right elbow. Now left elbow Williams, basketball above her head. Curling down low, drop step up top. Hamilton, no, tipped around, rebound to Purnell for the Braves. Pushing it the other way to the left. Braves down by 20. Kick out Lester, fires, and hits. They'll say her foot was on the line, though. A long two-pointer for Shania Lester. And it's 42-24. Shots in front. Down low in the right block to Hamilton. Up and under from the left side, and she's hacked on her way up. She'll shoot two. That's been the offense for Coastal today. Find Hamilton, find Asia Blunt. Down low, on the post. And let them go to work, let them get fouled. As Hamilton misses off the back rim on the first. 5 of 8 from the free throw line is Hamilton. After that miss, 42-24 Coastal with 9:16 to go third quarter. The righty breathes out, spins the basketball, and hoists it up off the front rim. Deja McCain tracks down the board, outlets to Elsenia Purnell. Nearly had it taken away by DJ Williams, who's riding her up the floor. T. Graham wide open, right corner three, nothing but net. And the Braves on a little bit of a run here. 5-0 run to start off the third quarter. They trail it by 15 as Cash calls a clear on the left side. Look at isolate Hamilton in the low post. Camp up top, Williams, jab step, dribbles to her left. Between the circles, Hamilton fires from distance. The Braves will leave her out there, but they make her pay. Nairia Hamilton, her first made three-pointer of the season as the pressure comes. Spun back to Farmer from Graham. Now racing across the right side of the court is Lester across the timeline, and she's hand-checked by Tori Cash. Making her way just inside the three-point line, her second, team's first of this quarter. Braves down 18. Graham, left wing to Purnell. Works off the Farmer screen, kick out to Lester, right wing, now off McCain screen. Purnell finds McCain, right block, shot fake, up at the left and fouled. En route to the basket on the shot, she'll shoot 2. Offense just looks a little bit more fluid for the Braves in this third quarter. Team second this quarter. Deja McCain will shoot 2. That's the third foul in camp as Asia Blunt checks in. Deja McCain, her first free throw attempts of the evening, hits the first. 5 of 6 from the line in her first game of the season against Chowan. Played just 3 games last year on a season-ending injury. Came back against the Hawks of Chowan and a major impact. 9 points, 6 boards, a couple assists. Second free throw off the back iron, no good. And the rebound to Hamilton. 45-28, 8:10 to go, third quarter. Crossover Williams at the free throw line. Pivots up top, Cash. Good ball movement. Right corner 3 in the way. Nothing but net. Knocked down by Kaylin West. Her second made three-pointer of the season as Graham splits the 1-2-2 pressure. And kicks it out. Purnell tees one up. Off the back iron, long board tracked down by West. West runs the other way with it. Finds Cash as Hamilton took a spill in the backcourt. West, another attempt from distance, off to the left, and the rebound to T. Graham. Hustles across the timeline. Graham weaves back up top. Farmer between the circles, out to the right side. Jab step from Lester, dishes to the left wing. Graham, touch pass Purnell. Off the McCain screen, drive and kick. Head fake from Lester, off balance runner, off glass, no, tipped around. Purnell, uncontested, short jumper, missed it strong. McCain there on the offensive board, tried to kick it out. Cash got her hand to the passing lane, and it's taken away by Asia Blunt. Empty possession for the Braves, and they had a couple of good opportunities as Williams Euro steps her way to the basket. Kick out 3 in the left wing is way too strong, an air ball for West. Down the lane goes Purnell coast to coast. Head fake, picks up her dribble, dumps it off to McCain, and she's bumped by Hamilton for her third foul already. Early on in the third quarter, foul trouble for 2 of the bigs for Coastal as Caitlin Roche checks in for Kaylin West. Deja McCain will shoot a pair. She split a pair a couple possessions ago for the Braves. UNCP, they're leaving some points on the board, or off the board, I should say. 4 of 9 from the free throw line. McCain misses, too strong. 4 of 10. Braves have 2 at the scorer's table. It's Heath and looks like Courtney Smith. Second attempt from Deja McCain. Takes a few dribbles, puts it up and in.
For the Braves, into the game, number 24, Danielle Heath.
Danielle Heath checks in. Smith sent back to the bench for UNCP. McCain will get a breather. 48-29. Coastal leads it. Backdoor feed to Williams. Lost it. Not the best pass from Blunt. And Williams double teamed down low. Shot fake. Goes up through the double. And knocks down the 7-footer. Graham down the right sideline. Lost control of it and scampers out of bounds for a Braves turnover. 11 turnovers for UNCP, and they're minus 12 in points off of turnovers. They trail it by 21 right now. Long two-pointer rattles out for Blunt. Offensive rebound Hamilton. Too strong on the lane attempt. Heath the rebound outlet to Graham. Lofted down the floor, Purnell. Dribble drive, left elbow, picks it up. Heath tees it up, long two-pointer. Front rim backboard out, but Farmer's there in the offensive rebound, although she has it ripped away from her by DJ Williams. Patrols up the court. Kick out. Cash, right wing. Falls off. Offensive rebound, Blunt has it taken away. And the Braves have numbers. 3-on-2. T. Graham, uncontested 3. Front rim and the weak side board is there for Lester, who got bodied from behind. by Caitlin Roche, who has kind of seen her playing time diminish a bit this season. Started 30 games last year, has not started a single game this season. She's called for the personal, that the 4th of Coastal, so the Braves now in the bonus for the next 5:48 of this third quarter. Lester heaves it to Graham, right at the midcourt circle. 2-3 zone shown by Coastal. Ball whipped around the perimeter. Lester, step back three from the right wing. Front rim backboard out. Rebound to Asia Blunt on the right block. Williams now for Coastal. Off the Blunt screen, picks up her dribble. Short right wing, down to Blunt at the right block. And she pivots right into Farmer, who had the positioning. It's an offensive foul on Asia Blunt. Her second personal.
For the Braves into the lineup, number 2, Tracy Ford.
Team's 5th, but it's an offensive foul, so no free throws coming for UNCP, who trails at 50-29, 5:21 to go after a strong start in this third quarter for UNCP. They've sputtered a bit, 0 for 6 from the fields. And the entry feed intended for Heath is knocked away, but a foul called on Nairia Hamilton. That's her 4th, one more, and she's done. And she'll head to the bench.
Number 20, Janae Camp. To the line shooting 2 for the Braves, number 24, Danielle Heath.
Janae Camp checks in for her. Camp, though, also in a bit of foul trouble. 3 personals as Danielle Heath works to the line, rattles home the first. Braves have 30. They trail it by 20. 5:10 to go. UNCP in the bonus. Second attempt. Unsuccessful for Heath. And the rebound secured by Cash, who is fouled under the basket. 4th team foul on UNCP. That's the 10th on, 4th on UNCP. That goes to number 10, Shania Lester. 50-30, Coastal Carolina basketball going to our right. Cash, kick out to the left wing, Williams. Triple threat position, one dribble up top to Camp. And a whistle underneath, a 3-second violation called. Caitlin Roche got caught up underneath and led to the media timeout. 4:55 remaining, third quarter, 50-30. Coastal Carolina leading your UNCP Braves. This is Lady Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When a hospital invests in technology, skilled hands and keen eyes have new tools for diagnosing disease and making people better. At Scotland, we were the first in the region to provide 3D mammograms and robotic joint surgery, and the only hospital in the region to collaborate with Duke Health to offer both radiation and medical oncology for cancer patients. At Scotland, we invest in the newest technology for one simple reason: to deliver you closer care that's better by far.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
Back here at the HTC Center, UNCP trails 50-30, 4:55 to go third quarter. John Gross coming to you live from Conway, South Carolina. Fans, reminder, as always, make sure to follow us on all of our social media. You can follow our generic UNCP athletics page. That's at UNCP_sports. Make sure to like us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram as well. That's also at UNCP_sports. And follow or subscribe to our YouTube page, UNCP Braves, and then make sure to follow our team-specific pages as well. That's at UNCP_ whatever sport you are looking for. Braves trail it by 20. UNCP basketball attacking right to left. T. Graham between the circles. with Caitlin Roche on her. Off to the left to Tiara Williams. Crosses over. Dribble drive. Kick out left corner. Graham thought about it. Thinks better of it. Midway through the shot clock. Ball swung around the perimeter for UNCP. Williams has it. Right wing. Picks up her dribble to Lester. Baseline entry feed. Knocked away. Intended for Heath. UNCP 6 seconds to get a shot off. Inbounding from the baseline. Lester chucks it to midcourt. Graham has to work quickly. She knows it. Attacks the basket and a whistle as she left her feet for a runner. An offensive foul is called on T. Graham. That's her third, team's fifth. Again, offensive foul, no free throws for the Sharks. Cash with the basketball across the timeline. Orchestrates the offense. Horn set for Coastal. As Asia Blunt kicks it out left wing. Good head fake by Esmin. Her free throw, her jump shot off the backboard. Unsuccessful, but it's an offensive rebound, and they'll reset. Blunt now gets it on the right block. Keep feeding her, Coastal Carolina. And UNCP just can't slow her down right now. Bodies her way in and hits the and one. Foul on Danielle Heath, her first. And Heath now heads to the sideline. Diamond Fendrick in. Blunt, a couple of dribbles, spins it in her palms and releases through for the free throw. 52-30. Coastal Carolina up. 4 minutes to go, third quarter. Extended pressure here for Coastal. Graham between the circles. Cash angling her left. Graham goes to Fendrick well beyond the three-point line of the right wing. Kicked out to Graham left wing. Off a double screen, Williams. Shot fake and attack in the basket, but is whistled for a travel. Braves will get into conference play. Their upcoming matchups. Blunt on the left block, gets it and is fouled by Diamond Fendrick. So Asia Blunt will head to the line to shoot two more. 6 of 6 from the free throw line. The game high, 16 points. Alcenia Purnell, Courtney Smith, Deja McCain hustle onto the floor for the Braves. They'll spell T. Graham, Diamond Fendrick, and Tiara Williams. 5 on the floor for UNCP. It's Purnell, Smith, McCain, Lester, and Tracy Ford. Free throw on good. Now 7 for 7 from the line is Blunt. Blunt patiently waits for the basketball. Her team up 54-30. With 3:31 to go. The sophomore forward connects nothing but net. 8 for 8 from the free throw line. And folks, this is nothing new for her. She was 12 for 12 in a 30-point effort against Wofford earlier this season. 12 for 12 from the free throw line. 8 for 8 tonight. Smith with the basketball for the Braves. Picks up her dribble right wing. Up top to Lester. Jab step to her left. Dribbles right. Has it knocked away as she drives to the basket. And it's ripped away by the strong arms of Asia Blunt. Great feed down the floor to Esmin, who skies to finger roll it in. 57-30. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Smith up top to Tracy Ford. Purnell left wing. Ball above her head. Finds McCain left elbow. Up top. Lester left wide open. Missed it. She knew it and she's able to track it down. But she can't convert. Offensive rebound for Ford and the left block laid in. 57-32. UNCP trails it. 2:30 to go. Blunt right block. Kick out up top to Cash. Head fake. Chest pass out to the right side, Z. Esmin. Entry feed to Blunt, right block. Spinning to the middle, off balance. McCain deflects it to herself, and the Braves secure the rebound. Picks up her dribble, though, and nearly threw it away, but Purnell able to snatch it, and the Braves will set it up. Just over 2 minutes remain in the third quarter. McCain has it. The runner is deflected Well, they'll say it wasn't deflected, and it's out of bounds. It'll go to Coastal.
Also for the Rays, number 4, Courtney Smith.
By the way, that field goal by Tracy Ford, her first made field goal of the season. 57-32, under 2 minutes to go, third quarter. Denson with the basketball off the bench for Coastal. And Alcina Purnell whistled for a reach.
For the Rays, foul number 12, Alcina Purnell, third.
That will send Denson to the stripe.
To the line for the shot and clear. Shooting 2, Alana Denson.
Denson shooting to our right. First free throw up and good for the freshman point guard. 58-32. Coastal leads it. It's a Coastal program that they're on the upswing. Made their first ever postseason tournament last year in the Women's Basketball Invitational, the WBI for short. Lost in the opening round. 17-15 last year for the Shots. 59-32 the score. Ford, top of the key. Good feed. Pick and roll to McCain, and the lay-in somehow falls off the rim. Asmin sprints the other way. Leaves it out up top for Denson, who pulls it out and will set things up in the half court. Denson up top. Williams left open. Left wing. She'll hit that all day. Three-pointer. Largest lead of the night, up 30 for Coastal Carolina. 62-32. UNCP trails it by 30 against a D1 opponent in Coastal. And Courtney Smith earns a trip to the line. Body check along the right sideline by Roche.
For the Braves, to the line, shooting 2, number 4, Courtney Smith.
Courtney Smith heads to the free throw line. For an end to the 2 shots is good. Her 5th made free throw of the season, first of tonight. She now has 3 points. Getting some extended minutes. That's what you like to see in a game like this. 15 minutes for Smith. Coach Haskins giving bench players an opportunity to really kind of work things out on the floor rather than in practice against a really good opponent. That'll certainly come into play as the Braves work throughout this season. They'll need the depth of a Ford and a Smith if they're going to come away with some big wins this season, as Williams sidesteps her way to the basket and works the glass to convert. 64-34, 40 seconds remaining. Braves basketball going to her left. Courtney Smith picks up her dribble, finds Ford between the circles, and Gilbert has it left wing. Gilbert tries to break down the defense. Outside to Smith. Beyond the perimeter, right wing, dribbles side to side. Purnell finds McCain to the right block. Double team comes. McCain slips baseline and is blocked by Williams as the ball bounces out of bounds. 6 seconds to shoot for the Braves. Inbounding near side of the stanchion. Smith, quick trigger to Purnell. Had the awareness. Pardon me, that was Gilbert in the right block, and too strong. Come the other way now. 15 seconds. Williams, the runner in transition, falls. 8 seconds to go in the third quarter. Braves trail it by 32. Smith bounce pass to Ford. 4 seconds to shoot. Purnell from midcourt heaves it at the horn, off backboard and no good. Through 3, it's 66-34. Coastal Carolina up on UNC Pembroke. We'll be back in just a few. 1 quarter to go here from the HGC Center. This is Lady Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a Big Bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
The town of Pembroke, incorporated in 1895, is a proud community rich in heritage. Pembroke is a quaint but growing town, regarded as the social, political, cultural, and commercial center for the Lumbee tribe, the largest American Indian tribe east of the Mississippi River, with over 58,000 members. The town hosts a variety of events during the year, none larger than Lumbee Homecoming, which annually brings in over 30,000 visitors. We welcome you to visit our unique town and encourage you to read and learn more about Pembroke.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
Sort of the final period. Braves trail at 66-34. Smith will inbound from the near sideline. Braves attacking right to left. Alcina Purnell with the basketball. Williams tightly on her. Purnell crosses over to her right. Kick out to Smith. Between the circles to Farmer. T. Graham back in the ball game. Graham penetrates in the right elbow. Drive and dump out to Smith, who attacks. Flipped up and out. Racing to track down a rebound as she is pushed down right into UNCP's bench. She appears to be okay. And Nairia Hamilton also on the ground. That's her 5th foul. So Hamilton is done. The 6'4" center finishes with 14 points, 11 rebounds. A double-double for her, the 21st of her career. Braves to the basketball, trailing by 22, 9.5 to go, 4th quarter. Fedrick, right wing, up top to Farmer. Kick out to T. Graham, left side, lofted inside towards Fedrick, and it's swatted away by DJ Williams, the active hands. 9 seconds to get a shot off for the Braves. Braves off to their best start since the 2016-2017 season. Graham weaving down the lane, and her runner clanks off the back rim, but she's fouled. She'll shoot 2. It's Denson, the personal. Team second within the first 37 seconds of the 4th quarter. T. Graham, such an important piece of this UNCP program last 2 seasons. Last year, averaged 12 points a game, scored in double figures in 20 of her 28 games. This year, though, numbers not quite there yet, as she hits both free throws. Has 9 points. She's only scored in double figures in 2 of the 7 games this season. 3-2 zone for the Braves. Kick out to the left corner, Esman, dumped inside to Williams. Denson whipped around, right corner, and a hand check whistled on Purnell as Davis was dribbling with the basketball.
Braves number 12, Alcina Purnell, her 4th, team's first.
Naomi Gilbert heads to the scorer's table. She'll come in. Well, they'll bring her in right now. A little late to get there, but the officials will get her in. She replaces Alcina Purnell. Davis between the circles. Short pass to her left to Denson. Through the legs. Williams right wing. Looking for options as Camp posting up on the right block. She finds Camp. Kick out. Back to Williams for a 3. Short. And Courtney Smith is there for the rebound. Smith goes behind the back as she approaches the 3-point line. Graham right wing. Looks to her left. Finds Fedrick up top. Braves trail it by 30. 8:40 remains. Smith penetrates and is tripped up as she got to the Sunbelt logo just inside the paint. That's the 4th on Denson. Team's 3rd of the first minute 24, the 4th quarter. Smith inbounds from the baseline. Deep up top to T. Graham. Graham, a team high 9 points for the Braves. Receives the ball, right wing. Up top off the double screen to Smith. Drives left side. Smith bodied on her way up. That's the 5th team foul. And it's 2 shots anyway. Pardon me, 4th team foul, but it was a shooting foul. So Courtney Smith led to the free throw line. Obviously not the result you want to see of your UNCP, but you have to keep a couple things in mind. You're going up against a Division I opponent who, by the way, this is, as we talked about there at the broadcast, a D1 opponent that they're on the upswing right now, and you're without 2 of your top players, you're without your leading scorer. And this Braves team, a whole lot of potential as Smith hits the first free throw, 66-37. And speaking to Coach Haskins and Shia Lester and Deja McCain after the Chowan game, they both feel this team is nowhere near their potential. And that says something because they're 5-2 right now, off to their best start in a couple of seasons. 66-38 as Smith hits both free throws. 3-2 looking more like a 1-2-2. Braves now extend it in the half court. Trapping in the corner, active hands, and a whistle to the opposite side of the court. Timeout is called by Jada Williams. That the first timeout taken all game by Jada Williams. Media timeout. 8:09 to go, 4th quarter. Coastal Carolina leads it 68-38 over your UNC Pembroke Lady Braves. We'll be back in just a few. This is Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
It's a football! The long history of heartache continues.
It's officially the holidays, and you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer. So drop a big bow box on your pigskin powwow, because whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, nothing helps swallow tears of defeat like swallowing a bunch of fried chicken first. Now when it comes to defending your lucky recliner, that's all you. Bojangles, it's bow time.
8:09 to go, 4th quarter. Coastal Carolina leads it 66-38. It's Coastal basketball attacking to our right. Denson. Just pass out to Williams on the left wing. Braves back in a 3-2 zone. Ball movement around the perimeter. 4 to get a shot off for Coastal. Up top, kick out. Heaving from distance is Williams, and she missed everything. A shot clock violation against the Chanticleers. Good defense by UNCP. By the way, you may be wondering what a Chanticleer is. Well, it stems from Chaucer's Canterbury Tales. As Graham gets across midcourt in his double team. We'll get back to that in a second. Interesting story there. Up top, it's Farmer. Splits the defense. Now to Graham. 15 to shoot for the Braves. Smith right wing. Looking for options. Finds Farmer between the circles. Gilbert dribbles to her right around the arc. Farmer, right wing, 5 to shoot for the Braves. Farmer goes baseline, pivots, spins, and is called for an offensive foul. 66-38, 7:25 to go, 4th quarter. Coastal in front. So Coastal Carolina originally was a part of the University of South Carolina school system, and the students here wanted their mascot to be related some way to the Gamecock at South Carolina, as Blunt receives it in the right block, takes it out to Esman, pulls the trigger from deep and knocks it down. 69-38, Z Esman, the right corner three is good. So they decide to go with a Chanticleer, which is the word for a rooster. One of the most unique nicknames in all of college athletics. Left wing, Smith drives to the free throw line, bounce pass out to Gilbert, settles from distance. Off the back rim, and the weak side board is brought down by Blunt. Outlets to Denson, finds Williams left corner. Williams thought about it, drives baseline, and is sent out of bounds. That's a foul. It was against Aaliyah Farmer. Just the third of this fourth quarter for the Braves. 69-38 the score. Coastal Carolina leads it.
Also number 12, Alcinia Purnell.
T.R. Williams, Alcinia Purnell in. T. Graham and Naomi Gilbert head out. Denson had it deflected by Purnell, and for some reason, Tiara Davis tried to save it in front of her bench. Instead, touched it last as it went out of bounds. That would have been Coastal basketball. Nonetheless, the Braves will take it. Smith totes the rock off the left sideline. And Williams nearly picked her pocket. Smith gets across with a second to spare. Right wing, it's Williams. Ball worked around the perimeter. Kick out. Smith, left wing three, airballed it too much. Williams races after it and chucked it in bounds, but it's taken away by Coastal. Great feed down the floor from Williams to Z Esman, who lays it in transition bucket. We've seen a couple really nice outlet feeds down the court for Coastal Carolina tonight. Williams forcing Smith down the sideline. Smith breaks down the defense, and a bounce pass to Fendrick in the left block laid in. Courtney Smith looking really good tonight offensively for the Braves. 6 points, 3 rebounds, and assists. Braves down 71-40. And a foul called on Diamond Fendrick. That's her fifth. So the day done for Diamond Fendrick. Finishes 4 points and a rebound in 10 minutes of action. Tracy Ford, Danielle Heath on for the Braves. Esman inbounds. Couple passes end up with Denson. Right wing crossover, now to the left wing. Esman, head fake, step back, three, contested, oh my! Z Esman for three. What a move by Esman. Reverse through the legs, step back, a hands in her face. And she is special, a transfer from Walter State Community College in Tennessee. Averaging double digits this season for Coastal. Double team comes on Heath in the right block. She puts it up for the lay-in, rolls off the rim. Down the floor is Blunt in transition. Finger roll, falls out. Tracked down by Heath. Good hustle after the missed lay-in. Purnell runs the court and chucked it over the head of J.R. Williams. A turnover for the Braves. As we get to the media timeout, 74-40. 4:47 remaining, fourth quarter. Well, that's our final media timeout, possibly our final stoppage of play. Braves down 37. The final 4:47 of tonight's matchup. Don't go anywhere. The conclusion of tonight's game on the way. This is Braves basketball right here on the UNCP Sports Network.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
When you've got a house full of unstable football fans who won't take hungry for an answer, drop a big bow box on it. Whether you need an 8, 12, or 20 piece with biscuits, fixins, and tea, at least they'll gnash their teeth on something delicious. It's bow time.
.447 remains in the fourth quarter. Coastal Carolina leading your UNCP Lady Braves 74-40. The final non-conference portion of this schedule for the Braves as they return back home. A trio of Peach Belt Conference matchups in a couple of weeks. On December 15th, they take on Georgia College to open up conference play on the 19th of December against Clayton State. And on the 21st, 1:30 tip against North Georgia. The Clayton State matchup at 1 p.m. The Georgia College game on December 15th, also 1:30. So one final non-conference tune-up before then. Braves 5-2. Last year, they're just 1-5 in the non-conference. They're 5-2 so far in the non-conference. A couple minutes away from falling to 5-3, but still, that's improvement. As Davis has it between the circles. Right wing to Denson. Up top, Z. Essman, who's been on fire the last couple of minutes, putting a beautiful step-back triple. Davis fires one up from the left corner and hits. Three-pointers starting to fall in bunches as Tiara Davis knocks it down. 7 made threes today for Coastal. They lead 77-40. The largest lead of the game. Purnell picks up her dribble up top to Courtney Smith. Looking for someone to find. 4 across. High post, it's Ford. Out top, pass deflected, ends up with Smith. Bounce pass short to her right to Purnell. Williams, off the Ford screen, goes to her left, picks up her dribble. Pass intercepted by Denson. And she'll slow it up. Denson, hesitation move, spins down the lane. Kick out. Williams thought about it. Drives, dumps, out wide. Another three in the way for Davis. Yep. Back-to-back threes. That's now a 9-0 run for Coastal on 3 straight made three-pointers, including back-to-back triples from Davis. 80-40, Chanticleers. Davis. Smith has it, right wing, and knocked away.
Into the game for the shots, number 14, Kaylin West.
As Kaylin West checks in for the shots, replacing Williams. And Naomi Gilbert on for the Braves. Tiara Williams heads out. Smith inbounds. Nearly to the backcourt for Purnell. Right wing Gilbert off the Heath screen. Gilbert fires from distance. Off back rim, spins out. Denson uncontested rebound for the Shots. Denson penetrates. Kick out. Davis. Another three. Why not? That's 3 straight threes for Tiara Davis, who entered today just 3 for 12 from deep, averaging only 2.5 points per game. After that three, now has 11 points and 4 made three-pointers, including 3 in a row in the last 3 possessions. And Purnell is taken down to the floor by Denson, who's claiming that she was going for the basketball. 83-40, Coastal Carolina in front, 2:39 remaining, fourth quarter. 12-run run over the last 2:47 as the boos come in from the Coastal Carolina fans, followed by a round of applause for Alana Denson. Caitlin Roche in. Also seeing some action for Bailey Lewis, the 6'5" freshman center out of Sanger, Texas. Checked in a few possessions ago as Purnell's free throw is up and good. 83-41. Here Purnell splits a pair, and Purnell gets her hand to the passing lane. She's a good defender, has done it a couple times tonight. Now into the low block, fouled, and the lay-in falls off for Bailey Lewis. Lewis into the free throw line. This is her first career action. Pardon me, she played in one previous game and just missed her first career free throw attempt. The 6'5" freshman, second attempt up and off to the left. Rebound secured by Tracy Ford for the Braves, who spins back and throws it into the backcourt for Purnell. 2 seconds to get across, and she does. Wheels and finds Ford. Right wing Gilbert penetrates baseline, goes behind the back, keeps her dribble alive. Braves down 22. Good move, Purnell. dumps it off to Heath, who is tripped up, and she'll shoot 2 shots. Braves in the bonus. Charged foul goes to Bailey Lewis. And again, it's a D1 team against a D2 team. Plenty of advantages in favor of Coastal in that regard, but there are certainly things you could take from this for the Braves. Some role players getting some meaningful minutes today. Ford playing 30, has played 30 minutes so far. Heath at the free throw line misses the second. We've seen Smith over 20 minutes of action. As Caitlin Roche calls for a screen from Lewis. Lewis rolls to the basket. They want her to score. She shoots as it rims out, and Heath is there on the rebound. Purnell trots across the timeline. 1:43 remaining. Braves down by 41 as Gilbert uses the Heath screen. Gilbert pulls the trigger from distance and cannot convert as Ford athletic move to leap over the cheerleaders here sitting along the baseline. Braves have not made a field goal the last 4+ minutes. And I would expect them to go again to either a pick and roll or isolation for Bailey Lewis. The fans want her to score, the team wants her to score. Lewis on the post up, Heath fronting her, and it's stripped away by the Braves as Essman was trying to drive. Numbers as Smith attacks and is brought down on her way up. They're going to say that's not a foul. They'll say it was blocked. 1:14 remains, fourth quarter. Braves will inbound from under the attacking basket to her left. 83-41 the score. Forward head fake, pull up, mid-range jumper, rims off. Rebound to Kaylin West, who lost the basketball, then recovers. Essman, a right wing, wide open 3, nothing but net. Confidence for Z. Essman. 41% three-point shooter on the season. 58.7 seconds to go. 86-42. Coastal leads it. John Haskins, of course, still coaching up his team, standing up as he paces on the UNCP sideline. Purnell brings it across midcourt. High post to Ford off the Heath screen. Ford driving, flips it up and in. Ford with 4 points, a good take for Tracy Ford. 86-44. 15-second difference, shot clock to game clock. Lewis has it in the high post. Kicks it out up top to Espin, who stares down the basket and last second decided not to shoot a 3. Roche calls for a Lewis screen. Lewis sets it. Roche picks up her dribble, right wing. Kick out to Espin. Lewis posts up on the right block. Lewis goes to work, off glass, and falls out. Rebound batted around to the floor. Gilbert has it, and it's a held ball possession arrow to Coastal. 14.6 to go. Now here's where things could get interesting. Up by 42. There's no need for you to shoot the basketball, but they want Lewis to score. Essman pops out. They go elbow to elbow, and an offensive foul is called as Lewis is trying to establish positioning, and she shoves down Smith. Braves basketball, 11 seconds to go. And Coastal Carolina showing some full court press. 86-44, Chanticleers in front. Inbounded to Purnell, who calls for a clear out. She'll go one-on-one with Kaylin West. Beats her across midcourt. 4 seconds, 3 to shoot. 2 seconds at the clock. Ford can't get the shot off. Espin heaves after the buzzer, and that'll do it. 86-44, the final score. Coastal Carolina takes down UNC Pembroke in commanding fashion. The Chanticleers up their record to 6-1 this season. Jada Williams' squad has to be happy about their performance. UNCP falters to 5-3 on the year, wrapping up this portion of the non-conference schedule. They'll head to Peach Belt Conference play next. Leading scorer for the Braves, T. Graham, 9 points. She was 2 of 8 from the field. But again, we saw some meaningful minutes for some reserve players for UNCP, and that can prove to be important as this season progresses. We'll be back in about a minute or so with some final stats and storylines, and likely to be joined by UNCP head coach John Haskins in a couple of minutes. So stay tuned here. Post-game show live from the HTC Center. Braves fall at the hands of Coastal Carolina, 86-44. This is Braves basketball on the UNCP Sports Network.
A nurse at Scotland Health is
a healer, touching patients' lives at every turn.
An ally, working as a trusted teammate with the best doctors. A blower of bubbles, part child whisperer, part kid at heart.
A winner, recognizing excellence through Daisy Awards.
And of course, a caring friend. Scotland Health nurses are many things to many people. But to us, they're simply better by far.
Back here at the HTC Center, UNC Pembroke falls 86-44 to D1 Coastal Carolina. Now joined by UNCP head coach John Haskins. Coach, first of all, thanks for joining me. You lose by 42 on the scoreboard, but is there anything you can take from a game like this?
Just learning experience. I think we got to be more physical. And then when we got good shots, we just didn't make shots. I mean, we shot the three very poorly, and to even have a chance against this team, we've got to make some shots, and we just didn't do that. And their size negates our inside game. It's just hard. I mean, that one kid's 6'2", 6'3", and long, and it's just, it's just hard to get shots up over. And so didn't handle those switches very good defensively either. Didn't take advantage of that, and part of it was not making shots. But anyway, so learning experience. Thought we played hard at times, just weren't very good.
Get a couple of role players, some bench players, give them some extended minutes to Tracy Ford, to Courtney Smith, some players like that. How valuable do you think that can be for them to have experience in a game like this throughout the season?
Yeah, and we felt like that. Mel stayed home. She had an exam tomorrow, so we were good with her staying home. And so that changes our rotation a little bit. And some kids got some more minutes than they usually do. We wanted to give Tracy a look. Tracy did some decent things, but I thought Courtney was good. She's got some strength, and she can put the ball on the floor and really did a good job attacking the basket. I thought if there was one positive out of the night, it was Courtney's play and her ability to put the ball down and get to the rim and get some fouls.
So with this game, you wrap up the non-conference portion of your slate, head into Peach Belt Conference play in a couple of weeks. On the 15th, you'll start things off. What do you think the biggest things you need to work on as a group are as you head into conference play?
It's hard to tell defensively, and they just made every three they took.
Yep.
Late
especially
in the game.
at the end.
Yeah, and it's just hard to tell defensively. I still think rebounding is an issue for us on the defensive end of the floor, and then offensively, just executing, taking care of the basketball, finishing plays, and knocking down open shots. So that's we just got to get better on the offensive end of the floor and continue to work defensively and then finish out possessions with rebounds.
All right, Coach, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
There you have it, UNCP women's basketball head coach John Haskins. Thanks again for joining us here on the post-game show. Braves fall 86-44, the final here from Conway, South Carolina. A big thank you to all of you for joining us here on the UNCP Sports Network. A little bit of a break in terms of UNCP sports as the semester comes to an end. We do want to wish all UNCP students who are graduating congratulations and the best of luck in your future. And up the future sporting events coming up for UNCP on the 9th. Men's team will take on Elizabeth City State at home. And then on the 15th, 19th, and 21st, men's and women's teams will both be playing 1:30 on the 15th, starting 1 on the 19th, and then 1:30 again on the 21st. And that men's game on the 9th against Elizabeth City State is a 3:30 tip-off. We'll have all those broadcasts for you live on the UNCP Sports Network, so make sure to tune in and join us. And again, make sure to follow us on all social media at UNCP_sports on Twitter, on Instagram, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to us on YouTube. We are under UNCP Braves. On behalf of all of us here at the UNCP Sports Network, signing off from the HTC Center. I'm John Gross. This has been UNCP women's basketball. Final score 86-44. The Lady Braves fall against the D1 Coastal Carolina Chanticleers. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.